Going live now, preparing to live stream the meeting. Bismillah. Setting up your meeting.
I see live in the corner of my screen.
Live, baby.
Yeah, I see live too. What up, fools? What up, everybody in the chat?
Yo,
what's going on, man? Is this the third quarantine episode?
It is lucky number 3.
Nice. We first of all, what's going on, fellas? We haven't really talked too much outside of the show, since just other than like trying to set up the stream and everything. So hopefully the quality is coming through good. Is everyone saying in the chat that the shit is good? We'll wait a second here and make sure. What's that?
I'm listening to it. Sounds solid.
Oh, you're listening on your phone or on a different source? Oh, sick. All right, good shit. Yeah, man. How you guys doing? How you guys holding up so far? Going into another week.
It is, dude. It almost feels like, dude, it just feels like Groundhog Day every day. You know, I feel like Bill Murray, just like waking up. You know, I'm really trying to kind of put some institute like processes, right? You know, where you wake up, you know, do you take a shower, trying to make stuff as normal as possible in such a non-normal circumstance. So anything that I can do to create any normalcy, I guess, is what I'm doing over here. I did, however, get my ass worked out yesterday. Dude, Robin put me through. Dude, Robin put me pause. Robin put me through one of the most, they call it a high interval or high intensity workout, where you don't really have any breaks in between. And you're working obviously different muscle groups, so you don't have the fatigue as well. But dude, it elevates your heart rate, and man, it just whoops your ass. So like we did these like shoulder taps, we did downward dog push-ups to squats, we did jumping jacks, we did 10 to 15 push-ups, basically until muscle failure, right? That's kind of the point of this. And then having like just 30-second breaks. I think there was like 2 or 3 within that 15 to 18 minute workout. So you know, hey, I'm getting fit, I guess. And, you know, it fills up Robin's love tank. It gives her something to do. It gives us a quote unquote connection. So, you know, there we go. Checking the boxes, dog.
Do you feel more or less anxiety? Because you're battling the anxiety, especially when you first quit the job. Now, having this and knowing that there's a lot of other people losing jobs, knowing what's going on with the economy and stuff, and so now everyone's kind of in the situation that you were in, like in a really weird, not have any check coming in, not necessarily trying to pursue their own thing, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you feel more or less anxiety now?
You know what? I didn't feel any more or any less. I just kind of felt the same. Let's rewind it back to last night. I couldn't fall asleep. I couldn't get tired. Mind was racing. Of course, you know, I kind of disconnect from all social media. I try to do that for about 2 hours straight. I just can't wind down. So I had a problem with that yesterday, and finally ended up probably going to sleep around 3:30. And I believe that to be anxiety driven, right? So I think as we knew that a lockdown was coming, which was just announced today for Denver, the city of Denver, Mayor Hancock announced that basically it's shelter, stay home. That's what it is. They even closed liquor stores today, which were quote unquote, what? Dude, they were supposed to be on the essential list versus non-essential.
Crazy. So I didn't hear about that.
They didn't close
the dispensaries
today.
Too.
Yeah,
the
so they didn't close them
are non-essential
today.
as well.
Yeah, so they didn't close them today. It all goes in effect at 5 p.m. tomorrow. So, you know, just having all these things kind of change, which we expected, which we know that should happen. Yeah, I think that probably created some anxiety. You know, we're back in quarantine another week, and it feels like another week lost. You dig? You know, in terms of things that you can do being productive.
Wait. Let's get to the important stuff really quickly. 5 p.m. tomorrow for dispensaries as well as liquor stores?
Yeah, anybody that doesn't have a medicinal marijuana license is non-essential.
Oh man, I gotta figure some things out.
Yeah,
that's crazy, dude. I didn't hear about that.
Did you get everything you need or what?
I'm like okay right now, but I'll be okay for a couple weeks. I don't know. I need to make sure I'm okay for more than a couple weeks. It sounds like.
Dude, the lines right now, I'm seeing people like just posting to their story. The lines at the dispensary are insane.
Liquor stores as well. liquor stores have some lines as well around certain ones in Denver around corners. So people
This is
stocking
where
up.
this is where people start getting crazy, bro.
Yep.
I know.
This is where people start getting crazy.
Yep.
Yo, I'm gonna fail beast. TTF gonna be needing a care package in a month's time. I really am. All my other people in the green states, my goodness. Oh,
Hey, we got to get
Colorado is shutting that down.
Albaroon with the
Mhm.
super chat, lockdown super chat is what he said. 4.99
Lockdown
euros.
super chat.
What do you know about the euro?
Oh,
Euros.
thanks, Albaroon.
We might need
Starting
everybody to start donating in euros if the American dollar
to-
is doing what we think it's going to do pretty soon.
The euro's got to
Oh,
be better
man.
than the American dollar. Here's the symbol. I don't know if you can hear it with this sweet mic, but there we go.
It was like it just
Did you hear it?
disappeared.
It sounded like a SoundCloud or like a sound click, like a sound bite, or
Off
like
a
a little
beat pad?
sound clip. Sorry, yeah, off a beat pad. One of those
Oh.
symbols. It sounded like you did this, Dal, and just grabbed
Yeah.
it right away.
Oh, sick.
That's
Cool.
exactly what it sounded like.
All right, that's perfect.
That's funny. Oh, did I just sell some shoes on StockX? Oh no, just people up in bids. Did you guys see? Speaking of shoes, you see some? Did you see the kicks Drake put on his IG story? I was just looking at that right as we were firing up the cast today. He was going through his whole closet on his Instagram story.
What did he put up?
Dude, he's got. I mean, what doesn't he have in this closet? I mean, dude, he's got the Dior's just chilling.
Oh, he's
real
showing
quick.
everything.
Yeah, he's just going down the line like in his closet in a bunch of different stories. He kind of showing what he had on feet today, a bunch of different bags he had in there. Look at pictures of
Oh,
the
I'm looking
shelves,
at it
all
right
his
now.
Kobe's.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
dope.
look at. Yep.
I didn't see
Dang.
that story. So what I watched yesterday was, did you see was it Nate Robinson held or took over Nice Kick's story and brought PJ Tucker on. And PJ Tucker,
Oh,
he even said in the story, PJ's like, "Yo, dog, I got so many shoes. I had to buy a house just for my shoes. I don't live there. My shoes live there."
oh yes.
He's like,
Wow.
and he's literally wall to wall. Like he was showing multiple rooms and they were just kind of chopping it up. Like Nate Robinson talked about the old times, wearing a lot of, PEs back in his day. Before he even got into the league, he had written Jordan Brand a letter saying, "Hey, look, I want to be on your team, blah, blah, blah." Worked his ass off. And it was, I think the last 3 or 4 years of his time in the league is where he actually had a brand deal with Jordan and Nike, which was kind of cool. So some of these things I kind of learned some stuff. And then obviously, you already know that PJ Tucker's got one of the most craziest, collections in the world. So you're reminded of that. And he did say, "I swear to you, this year I will be playing in the Nike Air Mags."
What?
He is going to break out the Nike
He's gonna
Air
ball
Mags.
in the Air Mags for a game.
I don't know if he's going to ball, but he's going to try to play basketball in the Mags.
Dude, that seems like it would be one of the most uncomfortable shoes to run a night up and down the court in, dude. Like that bottom is just so flat. There's not really any. What if you got messed up feet or arches or like Jalal in those things running up and down the court?
Oh, not possible. You better hope that they're playing the Atlanta Hawks that night.
Oh, dude,
That's all I can say.
that sounds bad.
So
What up to everybody in the chat, man? Let me get to a couple comments here. This is more going to be so we kind of talked about this last couple episodes, man, but now that we got our technical stuff figured out, we can just pop on, do the show. And it's basically we're just going to be in here kind of just hanging out, bro, like hanging out with you guys, chopping it up, talking shit, almost like more like a normal podcast. It's not going to be like a radio show. We don't have all our sounds, we don't have the shit we normally do. So that's what we're going to be doing. And that includes involving you guys in the convo and taking, reading the comments, maybe a little bit more than normal, answering questions. If you guys have questions, throw them in there, just whatever topics, it doesn't matter. We can get to them. Blake G, per the Denver Post, after the rush to the liquor stores and dispensaries, those stores practicing extreme social distancing are now exempt. And that was posted at 5:16 p.m.
Wow.
If that's true, thank God. Because, dude, I mean,
I think they saw
dispensaries-
everybody panicking.
that just didn't make sense to me anyway. Dispensaries, I was just saying this the other day. Like, I was like, oh, we're good on dispensaries, bro. Like 2 days ago, I was just saying we're not going to have any issue with dispensaries. Like, you'll be good because they already practice. Basically, you're not having a tons of people in and out of that thing. And, you know, there's not really a big long line inside the dispensary because they're only allowing a couple people in at a time anyway. And those people can't buy the place out. So you're not going to have a weed panic. They can't go in there and buy as much as they want. As you can buy an ounce at a time. I can only go in there and buy an ounce and leave. So I thought dispensaries wouldn't be affected by this. I thought it would be still cool. I'd be like, oh, cool. It's business as usual. They're not letting a ton of people in there at one time, and they're not going to run out of product because there's not going to be any toilet paper mass buying kind of surge, any of that bullshit going on because you're limited. So I thought it would be great. And then here you guys are telling me about this news today. And I'm like, okay, thought everything was fine. Thought everything was fine. Everything I said 2 days ago out the window.
That's the thing, man. With something like this, dude, you know, you can think you're fine.
Moving, huh?
You think you're fine one moment, and then the next, it's like, you know, it's a flash of light to something completely different, dude. Just like Thomas Yee says, he's like, "Hey, dog, I got my Xanax."
Did he?
Yeah, no, it's not a bad thing at this point, man.
Dude, I have one Xanax pill that Drew gave me before he passed away, and when I worked with Drew at the tattoo shop, it was this other graphic designer I worked with, if you're unfamiliar, and we were doing the show. We were still doing the cast at that time. And it was, shit, dude, it's almost been a year. It was last April, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Or last May or last March. I don't know.
Somewhere
It was around this time, bro. And he gave me that pill and I still have it, but I've never taken it.
Was it prescription?
Xanax. I have no clue with Drew.
Yeah, I wouldn't even take that.
Right.
I would say cut it into fourths, make it last.
It's almost like commemorative. It's almost just like, this is Drew's, dude. It's just like a gift from him before he died. I don't think it's ever going to be something I'll consume. It just kind of sits there. But I've never taken a Xanax pill in my life either. So it's interesting. I just have it sitting in a pill bottle, chilling there. And I'm in my safe. It's weird.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Wow. What were you gonna say, Dal? Sorry.
I forgot, man. Yeah.
Ochi says Jamal Murray for president. You guys see Jamal Murray on IG?
Fill me in on that. I'm not 100%. I think I know what's going on, but fill me and the audience in with the details, please.
Go ahead, Jamal.
Apparently, he just posted. I don't know. I haven't seen anything, but apparently, he just posted a video of his lady giving him oral sex on his IG story.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And, you know, so I don't know much about IG stories, but I guess you can do them private, but you can also do them, you know,
but why would
to the world.
Is he trying to do them to his close friends?
Hey, you know, I don't know, man. He was trying to, you know, bless his heart, dude, for some bragging rights. She's a pretty lady for sure. Now there's all kinds of memes about it saying, oh man, the standing ovation that she's going to get when she shows up to a Nuggets game is going to be unbelievable. There's no doubt about that. But Jamal Murray is also getting roasted on his pubes, and it's being compared to Kevin Durant's hair or lack of hair.
Wow.
So, yeah, you know.
Wait, so people got the video? They already put it out there, like it's on Pornhub and shit everywhere.
You know,
clue.
It's on all platforms. Available on all platforms.
All platforms.
It's out there. Yeah. It's out there.
I'm sure if you want to find it, you can find it.
Right. Interesting. So that's exactly, I thought that was kind of insinuated yesterday. I didn't know all the details of the story or what went on, but wow, that's unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
How does that even is that something where he said he's hacked? So but is somebody's hacking his phone and then his IG posting it on his IG, or is that something where he just accidentally posted it? I don't know. Neither story seems legit.
The answer that I have for you, and we could probably end it here. I mean, I think this is a mic drop. I think the world just needs to hack his girlfriend. I think that. What are we talking about here?
Yeah, that's good point.
She's a dime.
Good point. John King, CJ, and Lillard on the NBA IG roasting him.
On the official one?
I guess.
Yeah, I didn't see which network they were on, or like if they were representing themselves or their own Insta, but yeah, it was basically CJ you know, was talking to Dame, and Dame's like, yo, fool, you can't be talking about that. You can't be airing boys' business out there. It was pretty funny, man. But when they went to Instagram Live, they were chopping it up.
Yeah, I do see they went on IG Live. Maybe they just said it on there. Nothing on the story though.
Dude, you got to be careful with that kind of stuff, though. Don't throw stones, don't throw stones in the glass house. All those fools are doing dirt. All those fools got skeletons in the closet. Don't be out here acting like you don't do any shit like that, because bad karma, some shit's going to come around to slap you in the dick. You know what I mean? You're going to be like, oh, man, why did I clown so-and-so? Like, let's be real, dude. Those guys are on the road, 41 games a year plus playoffs. There's no way. Those fools. I mean, and you're millionaires. You're millionaires. Go ahead.
The age-old rule: you got to assume the internet's going to come for everybody at some point.
Right. That's just...
Dog. You were just telling me about it, that you had found like one of my old Twitters. And,
I forgot about that.
And I was like, well, dude, did I even tweet? And you were like, well, yeah, you did. You tweeted more about business than anything cool, really. But it was just interesting that you found like one of my old Twitters, and that's what this is. Like, dude, if people want to find shit on you, it's
not even on purpose. Like, I was just like going to tweet you, and I typed in the wrong thing. Like, out of memory, I just typed in your old shit, and it popped up, and I was like, whoa, this is still active. And I'm going through like tweets from 2012, 2013.
That's crazy.
And then like just random stuff. Like, I forgot who it was, some singer. Hey, you guys heard of so-and-so? He sucks. Yeah, you heard it. Like, just, like tweets like that. Like,
that's so weird.
Actually, Dallas, let me pull this up. Let me read a couple. Let me just find this real quick. I'm sure there's a couple tweets we can read here really quickly. I mean, on the show.
Man, going into the bank, the vault.
Oh, dude, let's look at it. How about get them stacks at the mobile? 9/5, 2011.
Okay.
8/20, 2011. Rick Astley is my boy.
Huh. That's so
7/27. Pound it. All capitals. Yeah, and 7/27, 2011.
Huh.
These are old. Hey, just simply I Rock back in July. Rallycross in Fountain, Colorado.
Oh yeah, that was pretty cool, man. Dave Mira was at that race.
Oh, R.I.P. Dave Mira. Dude.
I got to meet Dave Mira at that race in Fountain, Colorado.
You met him?
One and only time I got to meet him, dude. There was nobody at the races, nobody. So
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
At the time, I was dating this girl Gina, and she loved the Dave Miras, the Carrie Harts, the Pinks made. So all those like motocross riders and that whole crew, and somehow she found her way to meeting him, and we got a picture taken. I don't know where the picture is, for God's sakes. I got to find that. But yeah, we got to meet him, got to hang out with him, and for just a few minutes and chop it up, and got to see some sick rally racing.
That's dope. Yeah, because that's when he's transitioned from BMX and started doing the X Games rally cars and Fountain. Now, is that the track? Oh no, I'm thinking of you remember that there's a track right before you get to Johnstown, I think. Like a little bit past Lyons. And there was like old, like, but I think it was shut down. So they have a rally cross track out in Fountain.
They do, and it is beautiful. It's a beautiful arena.
How about this one? It's like a dingleberry Christmas tree. No references.
Context?
No context at all. No.
Dang.
How about this one? Classic rock and Scottish food at the Hill Tap all day.
Wow. Dude, that was our local watering hole, man. We got hooked up, and many have drunken escapades. Me and my boy Muzz, who actually came by today, but I set a pretty good example and, social distance myself and set the product out that he wanted to borrow from me. It was a Makita angle grinder. And I Lysoled it. I cleaned it all up, sanitized it, left it out in front, dude, by the door, and said, come on by, dude. It's yours. Didn't even get to talk to one of my best friends today. Go figure, right?
Isn't that crazy how radically different our lives are and just interacting with people?
It's the nature of where we're at, and I hope we can all kind of take something from this. And, a lot of celebrities, a lot of sports athletes, that type of thing, are really getting involved with their kids, playing ball with their kids, playing, whatever sports they can with them. So, maybe this will be, maybe we'll take some good things from it, because with every bad, there's a little bit of good, but damn, it is a pain in the ass. Damn, it's not cool. Damn, it's not fun. And, as a kid would say, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Yeah, we were kind of talking about that yesterday, right? With like how long this is actually going to take to just be over with. And man, it's kind of scary just with how like the whole spring breakers and just the way people are having parties and stuff. It's like, man, we might be stuck doing this for a lot longer than any of us want to, you know? It's kind of scary to think about.
I think that's why I had anxiety last night. Jalal, I was kind of talking to him about a time frame of this and what I thought.
Because you talked to me and then you went and had a panic attack.
Oh, then I went and I couldn't sleep. I couldn't
you talked
sleep.
To me, it was like it was a wrap.
I'm scouring the internet trying to find answers, and shit, it was crazy. But I feel like 6 to 8 weeks. If we do what we need to be doing, we can get some of this under control. Now, is it done? Absolutely not. My time frame in my head, I'm thinking, damn, this is gonna be something that we're dealing with probably the likes of maybe even into October. Some people say the end of August, but Jalal then chimes in and he's like, really, you think? And I said, well, yeah, man, I think that's a pretty good assessment, based off what I'm hearing and based off of the growth of this, what we've seen from China, having them go through what they they're finally getting let outside. That being said, Jalal chimes in and he says, what about mutations of this virus? What about when it mutates into something else and into another strain, and then somebody picks up on this strain and then it changes? He's like, this is probably something that we're going to be dealing with for the rest of our lives. I said, oh, Jalal, get out of here.
No, you're taking that a little bit further than what I said.
The mutation got me though. Like I said, oh my God.
We were talking about when our lives were going to go back to normal. And I said, I don't know that our lives are ever going to go back to what it was before. You know what I mean? Like just like nothing happened. It's going to be like our lives probably have already changed and it's going to be different going forward. But I didn't say, no, we're not going to be dealing with it for the rest of our lives. There'll be a vaccine eventually, something will happen. But I was just saying reinfection and mutation, like that's something that hasn't been talked about a lot.
Which is interesting because I just read about it today, and it said, and what they're saying is the virus has actually already mutated from what they saw and witnessed in China from the start to what it is today. They've already said that it's mutated and it's already affecting different age groups from what it did in China, right? Now you see that the 20 to 49-year-old group is really, really locked down and getting this. And I think a lot of it's, the spring break kids, the people who haven't taken this serious, the people who are trying to go to the pubs and the bars and have that social interaction. And you can't blame us for that from one hand, but they're already saying that it's kind of mutated and, that age group wasn't really involved with the China outbreak. And as it's come over, from Europe to, some of the other countries into the States here, they're already stating that it's mutating and it's already affecting people differently. So that's kind of scary as well.
I don't know that I'm with you guys. I don't know that it's interesting to think about the time frame here because me and my lady were talking about that today because it's her birthday today. And I was like, man, what a weird birthday. Like, it's just so strange because I was unable to like go out and get gifts and plan things and like do normal shit, So I almost got caught in this, like, damn, what do I do? I thought I had a plan, at one point and I was going to get her something. Then I changed something else. And then all of a sudden stuff was being shut down. Things were over. And now you're just stuck in this weird, like, damn, what do I even do? I can't even take her out to dinner for her birthday. And then, going back to the combo of how long is this going to last? I was like, do you think we're still going to be dealing with this by my birthday, which is the end of August? And I'm like, how different is our world going to be? Or are we going to be back to normal? Or what do you think is going to be happening by the time my birthday comes around at the end of August? That's the question I was asking her.
August, I think we're going to have a little bit more flexibility, but yeah, man, I think this will still be an ongoing thing to some degree, is what I would say. I'm no expert, anything like that, but if I'm forecasting just the amount of growth and the control that we just cannot seem to get over this, because everybody is living their lives differently and just not taking this serious. Yeah, man, I think I think we're in trouble. I really do. So we can celebrate your birthday, Mia's birthday, and mine, which happens to air in December. Maybe we should be good then. We'll celebrate all our birthdays in December.
Babe. Oh, she's not even out here. I was going to tell her. She's getting all kinds of happy birthdays in the chat. That's very nice of you guys. Thank you. That's very nice of you. But speaking of, damn it, you just said something and I was going to branch off of that, Dallas. No, I lost it.
How about the Olympics?
What were you just saying?
How about the Olympics being postponed as of today?
Oh, it is official, huh?
It is official. Yeah.
I saw Canada dropped out, and I thought it was going to go. You knew that's how it was going to go. It was going to go the way of March Madness. Like, yo, we're not going to go. We're not going to go. We're not going to go. And as soon as enough countries dropped out, they were going to have to cancel the thing. And I think they just realized it. And they were like, yeah, we're going to save the embarrassment. We'll just cancel it.
Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, it is postponed. It sounds like it
postponed, sorry.
Yeah, it's postponed. So there's no date or anything like that. But it sounds like next year, 2021, they're going to try to get it popping.
Dude, what do you think about – oh, man, this is another thing I was talking about the other day with my uncle. What do you think about doing the Olympics every 3 years instead of 4 years? This just starts a new trend. Let's just start it from here. We start doing it every 3 because you've got, excuse me, if you push it back, you got Tokyo next year, 2021, and then you'll roll right in. You continue the same schedule, same host city in 2024. I don't even remember who it is, but in 2028, is Los Angeles, and Los Angeles is the only. They're the last city that's set currently. So all you have to do is have Los Angeles move up 1 year to 2027, and a lot of the venues are already set in Los Angeles. That's why it's convenient to have it there. They already have so many venues ready to go for these Olympic sports, so you don't need to build all these venues and build everything out. And the reason you would do this, the whole point, is more revenue. You're making way more money because you're getting an extra Olympics you're basically getting it every 3 years instead of every 4 years. That's going to add to more revenue. You know what I mean? What if you just change it from now on?
Maybe it's a quicker turnaround. I mean, the countries that do have to build these things out, I think, is the only thing in question to me. The amount of revenue and the amount of build out for places not like LA, right? Like, do you
start a little earlier? There's no way that they start right after. There's no way they start after. They start when projections say that they're going to have it done in time. Start earlier. I don't think they need 4 years total to get it done. Just start earlier. You also, your point there brings me to my next advantage of why they should do this. And it's the fact that more athletes, you said it would happen more often, so it's a quicker turnaround. More athletes would be able to make more Olympics. So instead of every 4 years, it's every 3 years. Maybe you have a shot at being in your prime for a few extra Olympics. Maybe we get to see Usain Bolt. We get to see greatness a little bit longer.
Yeah. Could have saw Michael Phelps dominate one more time. Yeah, for sure.
Dude.
No, I get that, man. It's an athlete's prime. We've talked about it, especially with running backs in the NFL. Like, the prime is really that 3 to 4 to maybe 5 years if you're lucky, that elite status. We're talking, this is the Olympics. This is the elite of elite athletes in the world. So from that aspect, I really like that 3 years, because what a difference a year makes. Look at this. A year ago, Corona who? Corona what? Now all of a sudden, life's been canceled, dog. Life doesn't exist to some degree, right?
Yeah.
So I like that. You know what, man? You got a valid point there. I'm with you on that at least.
Yeah, move it to every 3. The only one you need to participate is Los Angeles. You'd have them bump it up from 2028 to 2027, and we're off and running, dude. You're ready to go. I think it's just a no-brainer. Makes sense to me. And that's what I said a couple of weeks ago. You remember we started talking about this when Corona started hitting a little, before it was even to the US. We were just talking about, is this, we knew it was kind of coming. We were like, hey, is it going to impact the Olympics? And we were kind of going. I said, hey, just push it 1 year. Push it out 1 year. That keeps everything on schedule, keeps everything the exact same. Those venues likely aren't booked a year out. So just book them all up and push it a year out. I'm glad they did that. Jalal, huge props to you. I wish I could give you 15 gunshots right now. Everyone is saying the Zoom looks and sounds fantastic. So thank you for all the work that you put in behind the scenes to make this shit what it should be. I really appreciate it. I know I'm not the easiest guy to work with because I expect quality 100% of the time. So thank you. I appreciate
Nah,
it.
man, I appreciate that. Yeah, I spent a good part of the weekend just researching Zoom and how to connect it to YouTube, and we were even looking at
Customer
Facebook because
service,
YouTube wasn't working for a second.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
you
was,
dealt with their customer care.
Oh yeah, 178th in the queue.
That's crazy.
That was fun. Because everybody and their mom is trying to live stream right now.
Right.
Yeah, no doubt.
I saw an article in Europe saying that they're asking internet providers to slow the internet down because they're worried that
too much bandwidth.
They can't meet the demand. Yeah. Like it's gonna completely break the internet is what they're worried about.
I saw a meme about that the other day about, hey, how long until we run out of bandwidth? And I was like, thought it was just joking around, but do you think is that possible here? I don't know. I don't know anything about that.
If we go on for a long time, yeah, definitely. Bandwidth is not something that's cheap or
remember
or
Discord?
easily...
What did Discord say the other day?
Yeah.
Discord just kicked us off and it was like, hey, bandwidth doesn't grow on trees.
Something like that.
They're right.
That's tight.
We were like trying to just set something up, and we were like not talking or not using. The cameras were just sitting there blank, and they just like cut the call off. Discord was like, "Hey, bandwidth doesn't grow on trees. Get the hell out of here. Stop wasting it."
Also, thanks to everybody that like suggested different apps for us to use. We went through all of them. We went through Discord, Hangouts. I think Danny B told me about one. Was it Danny B or no? Maybe Neighborhood. He said use vMix, so we might be able to get some sounds off of that. But I think for now, this is pretty solid.
Yeah, this is cool. Plus, it gives you guys something different, man. And when we do come back to the studio and have the show fully revamped and like ready to go, I think that'll just be a whole nother chapter. This is almost like a nice little damn, I forgot the word I was going to use.
It's the quarantine and chill. That's all we're doing.
Yeah, it's a nice break from the normal, I guess. That's what I was kind of trying to say. Just a little switch up. Netflix quality's already been reduced in Europe. Look at that. Al Burns said.
Dang.
Crazy. So they're already, man. Oof.
They're going down to SD.
That scares me. I don't know if they're going down to SD, but that's interesting.
SD. Oh man.
Speaking of Zoom, really
that would
quickly,
be the real
guys,
nightmare.
Speaking of Zoom, does anybody have those Jordan 1 Zoom Airs in a 12 that you're selling? Your boy kind of got some on-feet looks. I need to see them in hand. I want to try them out. The upper is not even close to an AJKO, the little panel that we thought looked like it from photos now. It's not. Now that I've seen them people in hand, it's not even close to that. They look, and they come with a crazy fire lace swap. Did you see the extra laces they come with?
I didn't.
I got to get this shoe for us, guy. We got to get this going. Does somebody have these in the 12? Put some feelers out. They're not even a lot right now. I think I can get them for around 185, 190. I think retail was 175. But Thomas Yee, I'll let you know. I might. There we go, Yee. Let me know,
Thomas
bro.
Yee. Just Incredible got a pair. It wasn't a size 12, but he was sending me some images, and I didn't really pay attention because I wasn't interested. But
right,
he spoke highly of him once he got him in. I will tell you that.
Yeah, dude. I shouldn't have slept.
I'm tired of the pictures. If I need to look at it any further, I just need to see it in hand as well. It's still not something I'm interested in. It's not a shoe for me, but I could say, hey, that looks really nice in hand, and that would be fine. So
Tom Yee says he might, which I think he's referring to the shoe. He said, TTF, I'll let you know. Okay.
Yeah, I'm go ahead now.
Well, my sister's in the chat. What up, Kim? She says, what up, guys?
Kim, how you doing, Kim?
Got to FaceTime her and my mom today. That just really kind of helps ground you a little bit, like talking to your family, letting, my dad doesn't have that internet phone. So there's no FaceTime and there's no video chat with that fool. He's just living his life, man, on the basic side of things. But man, it was good to see my mom and sister, even though it was digitally, but it was cool, man.
That's cool.
So,
yeah. Guess what we're doing tonight, dude? Something similar. We're not FaceTiming, but for Mia's birthday, have you heard of that app House Party?
No.
So it's like an app, it's just going to, dude, it's going to blow up. I mean, it's got to blow up with everyone being how we are right now, but it's an app. You all sign in and it throws FaceTime, it's like a FaceTime type thing on. So where you can see everyone and you all play like games and trivia together over the app, but you can all see each other.
Oh, that's sick. That's
I know.
Cool.
I was like, damn, why don't we just stream it on there?
Does it look good?
I don't know. I haven't even messed with it yet. I'll let you know tonight. We're going to do that tonight. Cause
okay.
Mia's a twin. So it's obviously her twin sister. She's over there at her mom's house.
Dope.
They're quarantined and chilling over there. So
I was gonna say, be careful with the bandwidth, but hey, this is Mia's fucking birthday. Enjoy it, my friends.
It's the birthday, guy. Yeah,
It's
we
the
need
birthday.
the bandwidth. If anything else, I'll go knock on some doors next door and be like, hey, cut it down. Turn down the Netflix for a little bit.
They don't have any bandwidth.
It's their birthday.
They don't have any bandwidth next door, but you know what they do have? Bread. And go ahead and take some bread.
That's a throwback.
Yeah,
That's a throwback.
I bet
Episode
Neighborhood gets
37.
that one. Neighborhood gets that. Oh, look, hey, my boy Muzz. Man, I just told a story about you, Muzz. Muzz is in the chat. He says, "What's up, Kim?" But yeah, I said, "Hey, Muzz, he wanted to borrow a tool. I left it outside, gave you the whole story, dog. So you had your shine, man. I hope the tool is working out for you. He's doing some major work on customizing his Tacoma truck, dog. So he needed to
go well, is he quarantined up too? Obviously, Best Buy. With
yes,
because he goes to people's houses, right? He goes and installs stuff.
Dude, he does cribs. He does the high end home automation installs. Like it's pretty sick.
Oh, but, yeah, the nerd stuff.
But yeah, dude, they gave all those techs at least. I can't speak to any other side of the business. I know they're doing curbside pickup now in the store. The Best Buys are. But yeah, all those programmers, which is what he does. He has 2 weeks paid, and then they're going to reevaluate as those 2 weeks come.
Nice, Best Buy. So, hey, yeah. Great job, Best Buy. Good stuff.
I'm glad everybody's doing the curbside pickup thing.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I know, sure. Dude.
I've been picking up like fitness equipment from Dick's and like just different stuff. Like everybody's doing it. It's cool. You don't got to go into the store. You just go online, put the order in, and they just drop it off outside.
Dude, we've been doing it with some restaurants. We just got some of the most bomb barbecue I have had in my entire life from somewhere in Lone Tree. I forget what the restaurant's called, which I apologize because, some other people might want to enjoy some damn good barbecue. But they just dropped it off, dude. And I don't know if it was them or DoorDash or I don't know. Robin was in charge of the whole thing. But man, so I get the Lysol wipes and all the little containers and all the little stuff that it comes in. I'm Lysol in the containers, and we're cleaning the counters and then we empty all that food onto plates and then all the Tupperware stuff that we can, because we ordered a shitload, right? So we can have it for the next few days. But yeah, man, we're taking precautions. We're a little over board, I think, with some of it. But hey, man, nothing in, nothing out kind of thing. So. But it was great barbecue. So we're trying to support the local businesses as much as we can. And it's great that these businesses, not just restaurants, but like you said, are, skate shops, 303 Boards, Image Skate Shop is all doing curbside pickups as well. So, the great thing is these small businesses are still able to frolic as much as they can online via curbside pickups. So, we're trying to support as much as we can.
We did last night. We tried to same kind of thing, try to go out, pick up some food for her birthday. Because I knew we had the cast tonight. I didn't know if we'd be able to tonight. We'll see how it goes down. But check this out, Fail Beast. Hey, Kim, was Dal in the doghouse back in the day?
Oh, man. Dal has been, Dal's been in the doghouse since day one. You know what I thought of today? As everybody are kind of doing these deliveries and shit, I was like, man, I should get back on the Instacart because I bet I'm a wanted man.
Stop it with the Instacart. I knew at some point you were going to bring this back up.
I think I'm a wanted man right now, and I'm letting the city of Denver down. I feel like a little bit.
Dude,
that's what Cam Grant says. He says, Dal, I need an Instacart delivery. He says all the drivers are busy right now.
No shit, I bet.
Dude, come on, bro. I don't think you need to be back on that. As much trouble as that gave you the first time, and as much as we all agreed it wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
You think there's not any different, there's not better delivery services, not something else better you could do?
Oh yeah, there's DoorDash, Uber Eats, where you just go to a restaurant, pick up the food. You don't have to really talk to anybody unless the food's not done yet. And then you're zipping out and taking it to a home. You're avoiding the whole cashier segment and ringing things up and scanning shit with a barcode, like scanning barcodes with your phone. Yeah, for sure. There's a lot better things to do than Instacart.
Dude, Josh Cheek, Dallism, nothing in, nothing out. That's your Instacart motto, bro. Nothing in, nothing out.
Nothing out. That's it.
That's kind of an inside joke, too. It's funny. Cheek says Uber Eats hasn't been shit, and he drives Uber a ton on the side. He side hustles Uber like crazy, and he said Uber Eats is trash. or it hasn't been shit.
Huh. Wow.
Which that's
I've
kind of
been hearing
interesting,
the
especially
other-
with everybody
other
getting
side of that.
delivered.
A lot of people are saying they're making money. Like there's bonuses within a certain time and all kinds of surges and stuff. I don't know.
Uber Eats or a different service?
It might be DoorDash. I'm not really sure. One of those delivery services.
Because you could do Postmates, all that shit. You know what I mean? There's so many of them now.
Well, and a lot of those are doing surges. It just, depends what time and whatnot. Even Lyft, regular Lyft and Uber do surges. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's just not worth it to me, man. There's a lot of, have you got, so I don't know if you guys are like logged in and signed up with like LinkedIn and all these other places that send you jobs and all this stuff. So I got signed up with one of those thinking that it was a great thing. My emails have been bombarded, but that's not what frustrates me. It's just crazy that so many companies really right now in the chaos that we all live in are still hiring like thousands and thousands of jobs. Of course, most of these are like, your grocery stores, your warehouses, any type of fulfillment services. But there's a lot of jobs out there to be had, man. If you want to make some money, you lost your job. But again, man, for me, I mean, I got that house money saved up, and I'm very blessed to have that and not spend it as much as I don't have to. But it's just not worth getting out in public for me right now. I mean, I can only speak for myself, and I say that really nicely. I'm not trying to put anybody down because there are a lot of unfortunate circumstances, and I did say I was blessed, but man, I just don't want to get in the public, man. It's scary.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you guys. Speaking of like quarantining and not going out and all this stuff, how exactly is this whole quarantine thing supposed to work for a longer period of time? Because there are people still going out to their jobs. How is it supposed to work when you got certain people you're staying home and certain people are still going out and working jobs and doing what they have to do, but then the other people are just supposed to stay home because they have a little bit of means to stay home? Or I don't understand. Like, you're not going to get, unless you get a shutdown situation, you're not going to get 100% compliance. You're not even going to get 80% compliance.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't know. My question is, what number of compliance are they looking for one? And then what comes next? Those are my, as far as how long do we do this for, half and half? Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. With compliance, a percentage, I don't know. I mean, I think as much as possible, but I don't know what they're aiming for, because the only way they could really lock this thing down is do what the UK just did. UK locked everything up. In the UK, everything's locked up right now. And that's the only way to really try to kind of control this, because even when my boy Muzz comes by today, like, I didn't have to social distance. I didn't have to follow no protocol. I didn't have to follow a damn rule, but I missed a great conversation with my buddy because I'm trying to be responsible. But I wouldn't expect that from everybody else in this world. You know what I mean? But I think the only way to do it is to lock the bitch down. But, then you talk about looting, rioting, all this other type of shit that may even happen not even being locked down. I mean, this stuff, you're seeing a lot of businesses right now already boarding up their windows, boarding up their doors, just in preparation for that thing that may happen.
What? You've seen that going on already?
Oh, dude. My boy Tom
boarding
Stefanik,
up?
Yeah, his last video in New York, he showed a Zoomies.
Oh, New York.
Yeah, one of the biggest Zoomies. No, dude, but the Think Tank, one of the biggest tattoo shops off of Broadway, boarded their whole fucking thing up off of Broadway. Think Tank Tattoo. Boarded up their whole building.
They're out of work for a month. Why'd they board up the whole thing for a month? I could understand.
Because according to Scotty DeVille is the guy who actually owns, a Think Tank. And according to his Instagram post, he says, unfortunately, we'll be back soon. A month or two is what he was saying. He says it could be a couple months, but we will be back. We'll be stronger than ever. And then there's a little excerpt at the end that just basically says, and for all you looters, for all you people trying to cause trouble, we're already ready for you. We're boarded up, ready to rock. So, I think there's a lot of businesses that are probably taking precautions. I think probably in your bigger cities. I don't know that Denver is one that you'll see much looting and rioting, but your bigger cities, LA and New York, I don't think it's a bad thing to do to protect your business, protect your assets.
Yeah, what is there to loot in a tattoo shop? Equipment?
Nothing. But how about like,
they just don't want people to destroy
your stuff. Windows and shit?
Yeah. Do you know how expensive your windows are? Yeah. I remember when people broke, our T-Mobile windows a couple times, threw rocks through them, that type of stuff. And, I had to do the whole protocol and doing that. I mean, dude, if I remember, one of the windows because it also has like this bulletproof film on the back, which also helps like not let the sun in and shit and not make it as hot. But I think the whole cost of just one of those windows was damn near $2,400. So I mean, is that everywhere? No. Did T-Mobile? What estimates do they get? What do they not get? The company just says get it fixed, and they're going to get it fixed right on the spot. So they're not checking out what's also available in price shopping. They're just getting it fixed. But those big windows, dude, aren't cheap, and I don't blame people for protecting their assets.
Well, to go back to what you were asking, franchise, I don't know if the goal at this point is to completely rid of the virus. I think it's more so the social distancing thing is they'll take whoever they can get to comply because that's going to lower the spread. And I think the more you can lower it, the easier it's going to be on the hospital systems. And I think that's really the main focus over completely eliminating the virus in 2-3 weeks or whatever. I don't think that that's realistic at this point.
Yeah, but you're not going to get that compliance for a long period of time because the people that are social distancing are going to continue to social distance. The ones that are still doing their thing, going to do their thing. And more people are going to get off the social distance train and try to get back to normal life because they see all these other people doing normal life.
Yeah, so that's why I was talking about reinfection. It's scary because people are going to be like, we beat it, we're good. And it might come back. Like China was at 0 cases allegedly. I mean, I don't really believe a lot of this.
Yeah, what do we know? What do we know?
But they were at 0 cases reported for 2 days, and then now they're back to 45 and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it's we never know.
Crazy. Oh, a couple things in the chat, and also while I find this, I'm selling a size 13 Yeezy Zebra. It's been tried on for an on feet, and that was it. So if you want it, holler at the kid. It's $300 shipped. Everything's OG. It was just tried on, so the tags popped off, but it's still sitting there in the box. Laces are still factory. Insoles are clean as a whiz.
Get a live sneaker auction going.
A live sneaker auction.
I'm gonna need to get rid of some kicks here soon.
Dude, are you guys seeing the market drop yet? Like heavy? I'm not really seeing much. Like I'm seeing a couple of things that are really high dip, but
yeah,
I'm not seeing a crazy amount of drop and stuff.
Across the board, no. I wouldn't say a lot of drops. I mean, you might see 10%, 20%, off of certain shoes and the drop that it makes. But as a whole, no, not yet. Not yet. But this is still really early. What I would say to get back into the shoes, so I had 3 pairs on the way to GOAT. 2 were going to the Culver City, California address. 1, all of a sudden, was going to New Jersey. So the reasoning behind this whole thing is they shut down California, right? Well, that means the GOAT office there at Culver City was shut down. So I have 2 pairs going there, and nobody's going to authenticate them. I'm not going to get any payouts until they open that facility back up. And then I have 1 going to New Jersey. And if we look at what happened with New York, so I assume Jersey's going to be shut down just any day now. So am I going to get paid out for that? StockX has not said a damn thing about this and doesn't look like they're shutting down any operations. And obviously they're out of Detroit. They probably have another couple warehouses as well. I think they also
definitely have to have something East Coast, West Coast.
There's one in Arizona.
Where we told Stringer to get a job there in Arizona.
That's right.
But
he never wanted to do anything for the show.
Yeah, as Jamal. I know. What is
tell him to get a job in Arizona for content.
Yeah, he never wanted to do anything type for the show. Fuck
dude,
guy.
He didn't want it. We had this great idea to send Stringer on miscellaneous dates, and I know
Tinder dates, dude, because he was single. I was like, God. Stringer, go on some Tinder dates. If it's good, we'll bring her in. He just he wasn't about it.
Yeah, we'll get her side of how it went, and then we'll let you guys kind of duke it out on the show. I think it'd be great, but. So as Jalal, that's what got to this. Jalal, says, man, I got to sell some sneakers soon. I think probably by Facebook, that type of shit is probably the best. But we look at then you have to go ship them out. And are you ready to go to these facilities? I know that UPS for example, has, shortened their hours till 5 p.m. versus 7 p.m. So you're seeing hours of customer hours at least being changed. But this kind of sucks. I mean, there's a lot worse things in the world that can happen, but Goat shutting down some of their warehouses. What's going to happen to my shoes? How backed up are they going to be? Am I going to get payouts? How are they going to organize this mess when they do reopen that facility? And in the meantime, we're like day to day of when the other ones, whether it's StockX or the other warehouse in Jersey for Goat, when are they all going to shut down? And nobody's going to be able to make any money on shoes here soon.
I'm with you. I have one pair on the way to Goat, and I think same thing. It's to the shutdown warehouse, so they're not going to be able to be authenticated till they reopen. I'm not going to get paid out. Luckily, it's those solar orange 1.0 or solar red 1.0s that came out last year that were super like bear hugging on the ankle. They were like a bear trap trying to get your foot in those things. That was the worst shoe, dude. It was like the worst pair of fakes or something. That was
all I can say is
weird.
Adidas continues to drop the ball. they're the worst.
That was 2019. I haven't even bought anything actually, I lie. I bought the Ivy Parks.
Yeah, we bought the Ivy Parks.
But I sold them already. They're already out the door.
I don't blame you
because they didn't fit.
It fits so stupid. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, again, they're fit. It's not good.
But let me ask you guys real quick. How long ago was it when you sent those shoes off? Like your Solars, was that last week or?
Yeah.
Mine was last week. I sent shoes out Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday is when I sent out shoes. The shoes that I sent Monday, luckily, dude, there was even a delay because I think of the earthquake that was in Utah.
Yeah.
Because we send them out. It goes through Utah. It goes through Salt Lake City and then goes into Culver City or California and then into Culver City. So they got delayed, but it's crazy. My Yeezy Quantums finally sold. And I say finally, like I had an aggressive price on there and, ended up selling at a price that I'm really happy with. But they actually got authenticated the same day that Goat sent out the announcement and closed their doors. So luckily I got paid out on those because that's a $710 payout versus the other 3 pairs. They're like 120, 180, and then like 210. And it's nothing to scoff of. That's together collectively, that's quite a bit of money during these times. But
what can you do? I mean, you drive out there or what?
It's not Goat's fault.
Right. Yeah, dude. It's really is starting to get kind of nuts with that. It's starting to, I think it's starting to affect a lot of, you're starting to see some of the people that were like, it's no big deal. They're starting to shift a little bit and they're starting to see that it is affecting them and it's starting to affect them, whether it's the quality of life or the things they like to do and that they can't do anymore because stuff's getting shut down, or it's the fact that it's affecting an industry that they never thought it would even touch, something that affects their family, their close friend, whoever, because it really is hitting so many different industries. There's not a person that's not been affected by this, unless you're just by yourself, not somebody that has a lot of friends, family, whatever. You're not getting, you're having some effect from this.
Right.
Dude,
absolutely.
it's having effects that like I never even would have imagined. Like I'm trying to find fitness equipment and it's like people are price gouging on fitness equipment, like a pair of dumbbells or something. People are charging upwards of $100. A 45 plate is going for like $150.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's crazy. Whereas normally it's like
$150 for a 45. I got 2 of them. Let's go. What are we doing?
Do you have some? I need some weights. Okay,
I'm messing with you.
Damn, that's crazy.
But
dude,
yeah, it's
Robin,
just stuff that you never would have thought.
Robin has been buying. So we've had 2 or 3 kettlebells being delivered in the last few days. So she's on that kettlebell action, dude. I think one is like a 15-pound and then a 35-pound and then maybe a 45-pound kettlebell. Like these things are heavy as shit, dude. And of course, she had me doing some of my workout yesterday with one of them. I chose the 15-pounder, just so you guys know. I chose the lightest one that I could find.
Of course you did.
God dang. My weight alone, just doing push-ups with my own weights, a lot right now. Okay.
Right.
I haven't been to Planet Fitness in months. So, had to start somewhere. And then she got the massage gun and she was like hitting my glutes and my hammies. And oh man, it was bad today.
Just a second. T-Mobile. Are you down? I would totally be down to do that trade. He wants to trade a 12.5 in the Yisrael Reflectives for that Yibra.
Oh, dude, for sure.
The Zebra.
You know what? Because you've seen my Yisrael Reflective and that it glows
Great,
and it
dude.
also
Love
reflects.
them.
It's a great
So
shoe.
cool. Such a cool shoe.
We didn't put that review out, did we?
No.
We never put that. That's a great shoe, though.
Maybe I should go through the archive. I have to find that footage.
Dude,
Jeez.
especially if it's a 12.5, like that is your size. That's your size. Like that's perfect. That's why you're getting rid of the 13, right?
Right.
It's too big. Yeah.
It's too big. And I already have a pair of Zebras. Dude, I really like that shoe. Yeah, T-Mobile, if you're down, I'm down to do that trade, man.
I think
I'm down to do that trade
trade
right now on the cast. I'm down to actually walk away from the computer and go ship it out right now. But never mind, it's 6:05. Damn it.
Yeah,
Cubs are about to start. 6:05 WGN.
UPS is done today.
Yeah, are they they're not shut down. They're just
5
done for the
o'clock.
day.
Yeah, they've shortened their hours weekly now.
Skinner was saying Verizon stores shortened their shit to 11 to 4.
That's what Misha was telling me. Misha texted me and
same thing.
Was like, and they in the Denver area, because we can't speak to St. Skinner wherever he's at. Is he in Texas or St.
I think
Skinner?
so.
So Misha says,
Cowboy fan anyway.
That yes, the hours are the same, 11 to 4, and they're mostly having managers work, not even some of the reps necessarily here. And they've closed all stores down in the Denver metro area except for like the 2 or 3 biggest. So they've kept those open.
Look at Lori Yee, dude. Thanks, people, for staying home. I'm a nurse, and it helps us out a lot. It frees up beds and keeps supplies in the system.
Hell yeah.
That's good shit.
Lori, thank you for everything that you're doing. Thank you for helping us idiots out. Thank you.
No doubt, man. No doubt. If you can stay home, stay home. I understand, like we said, the people that have to get out there, but oh, he's in SoCal. That's right. Skinner's out in SoCal. Bro.
It's that damn Cowboys logo that gets me. What do you
I
want
know.
me to do? What do you want me to do?
Me too. All right, that being said, are you guys getting game systems yet?
Oh,
I saw a couple people dust off the game systems.
I've been brainstorming something. I don't know what you guys think. You guys said you guys don't have Madden, but most underrated Madden tournament.
I got to get a game system, period. What do I get? Xbox or PS4?
John King would tell you Xbox.
There's no crossplay with Xbox. There's no crossplay, so we'd have to figure out which system it's going to be on.
Cosplay? What are you into, Jalal?
Crossplay. Cosplay. Because I'm playing.
I don't know what crossplay is either. What does that mean?
Yeah,
I'm playing Call of Duty on my PS4 with somebody that has an Xbox.
Oh,
but all games don't have that. So
that's what
Madden
crossplay
doesn't.
would be. Makes sense.
See, if it were me, I'd go with a PS4 because I know that controller better than the Xbox. I think I've played an Xbox like once or twice, maybe ever. So for me, I got to go with what's comfortable. What's comfortable for me is the original Nintendo controller. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing else.
How are you?
Come on.
Then you can't get involved. That they don't. There's definitely no crossplay with that.
No doubt.
Not even working.
I'll just
only
stick to
the new Call of Duty has crossplay. That's what
this is the time to get the most underrated gaming channel going, or the most underrated Twitch channel.
It really is. I'd have to limit myself though, dude. For one, my girl would kill me because I'm so competitive. I would never stop playing. I'd just be on the thing all day, every day, and she would just murder me. So I gotta have some restrictions. As long as we can set some parameters, I'll be okay. Otherwise, yeah, I'm gonna get killed.
I think
I'm getting arguments with my lady every day.
No doubt. Philby says, I'm putting my hand up to be Jamal Murray in NBA 2020.
Dude, there's people. Yeah. Philby, all right. John King sent me a link. There's people really concerned about that man's pubic hair.
Yeah.
Are you serious? This is that big of a story?
It's gotta be bad.
This is that big of a story. That's nuts to me. Bitcoin's on the rise, by the way, fellas.
Is it?
It is. It was down in like the 40. It was like $4,500, 4,300, 4,200. I think at the lowest like 39, and now it's all the way back up to like 60,
65,
6,600 bucks. I got
Wow.
6,600 right now, up 10% today, and climbing. Dude, I put $500 in there like probably 3 weeks ago, right before the shit went crazy. And my $500 went down to as low as like $169 at one point. I was like, wow.
Oh, geez.
And dude, I put the $500 in there to transfer it to my betting account because I do all my transactions through Bitcoin. So dude, I went to and the problem is Bitcoin through Coinbase, they put a 5-day hold on your money. So I have to put it in there and let it sit for 5 days before I can transfer it into the betting account. And in that 5-day, my shit got rationed, bro. It was down to like 300 and some. And I was like, whoa, what is going on? All right, I'm going to wait it out. Then all of a sudden it was down to like 170 and I was freaking out. I was like, well, I almost just lost $500 in the matter of a week. What the hell just happened here? And all I was trying to do was transfer it into a betting account, which then all the sports got canceled. So March Madness, all the stuff I was trying to do didn't even matter anyway. Now I'm just waiting for it to climb back. And guess where we are, fellas? Guess where we are? With today's action, we're back up to 407. We're in Orlando right now. We're up down there with John King in the 407, baby. We're in the 407. Man. Did you guys know that's the area code for Orlando?
No.
I assume
you guys been out there on John Young Parkway, baby. You don't know about John Young Parkway in the 407? Come on, man. I know Orlando, bro. I'm in the streets of Orlando.
Never heard of those
streets. Watch, John's about to light me up right now. I'm just kidding. I'm not in those streets. I just know that info.
T-Mobile's dropping some interesting knowledge. Him and my sister having a little conversation in the chat about Nintendos, and he has one. My sister's super jealous. He says, I got the top mount version. Do you guys know anything about the top mount version of the original Nintendo?
I don't even know what that is.
No.
So hold on.
That the gay version? The top mount.
I think that's the LDS version. That's the Mormon Church version.
Got you.
That's the mission. Sorry, it's the mission. So I actually
the mission.
Yeah, it's the missionary. It's the LDS version. Figure it out. So this is a top mount original Nintendo. This is what T-Mobile is talking about. Check this out. You ever seen one like this?
Oh, it's like a Sega.
No, it looks
top
a lot. Yeah, it looks a lot like the Super Nintendo. So this was kind of the prototype before they came out with the Super Nintendo. This was kind of their newer, more modern design before obviously the next system came out. And they have a controller called the T-Bone controller, which are pretty sweet too. Check this out. Instead of the squared controller, they have this crazy, what they call T-Bone controller, which I think is super nice, dude. It fits.
Jeez, how long is that cord, Dallas?
Dude,
God damn, dude, you were unwrapping so fast and it still took 30 seconds.
I know.
That was before wireless.
That's
so you could play all the way across the house.
Yeah, no, it is.
And for what? The TVs were not shit back then. A TV was so small back then. You'd have this big ass box TV and get about a 32-inch screen.
Huh? That's crazy.
You know what I'm talking about? Those old TVs.
Yeah, for sure. But the cool
John
thing
King
about
says
these,
that's a cash register.
It does look like it, actually. Yeah.
It does.
But the cool thing about this one is I've had this since this came out from back in the day. And I'll tell you this, I've never had to blow into a Nintendo cartridge to get it to work like you used to back in the day. This, whatever prototype, whatever this is, this top loader just works and responds and lasts way longer than the original box design, in my opinion. I've never had one issue with this guy. Never.
You've never had to blow them out, pop them in, and push on the very edge, all the little tricks.
Never.
And it plays the exact same games.
What's the output on that?
Oh. Output is in like.
Is it like RCA? How does it connect to a TV?
Yes.
Is it just the red and white?
Yeah. No,
maybe
this
we
one
can get you a piece to stream that.
This one is still coaxial.
Oh, wow.
Oh, geez. I thought it was like the red and white. Wow.
Wouldn't that be nice? Coaxial right here.
Coaxial. Do you guys remember, side note, do you remember when like you had I think it was like Nintendo 64, PlayStation, to where you had like the red, white, and yellow hookups?
Mm-hmm.
And you took those to a friend's or took it somewhere and their TV had the little thing on the front and how excited you were because you could just plug it right into the front and not have to turn their whole shit around. Like we were poor, so we had an old ass TV, you had to turn that whole thing around, try to find the right shit, plug it all in. It was such a hassle.
Or how about to argue that one? Remember when they started releasing, because that was what they called, I think, composite cables, like your red, white, and yellow. And then they released component, which was like the blue, green, and red. And then you get to your homie's house, you brought the blue, green, and red component cables, and their TV didn't have no component cable access.
Yes.
So then you were fucked. So
and then you just had the two, like only two ports were in there.
Yeah.
And you were missing like a left side or a right side or something.
And the color was all jacked up. And dude, the battles that we used to face.
Just to like play video games at your homie's crib, so you weren't just playing by yourself. Like it was a nightmare. And of course, like they didn't have the system, so you're taking yours over or whatever. There's always was always some kind of issue. Shit. 43 on the live, only 17 likes. Let's get those likes going. Thank you, Chris J, bro. I'm gonna give you a virtual shot.
Yeah, no doubt.
Ray, I guess they're all virtual. Never mind. I'm confused. Yeah, just click out of the chat. We'll click the like and move back in. Wasn't that a redesign of the NES later down the line, like closer to the Super NES days? Down?
Yep, that's exactly what I was talking about. Yep,
there you go. It was like
Blake. A prototype. I think it came out right before, obviously, the SNES, but yeah, it was kind of a prototype reimagined unit, and of course, obviously, the SNES loaded from the top as well. So it was kind of that handoff, I think.
Hey, while we're in nostalgia, do you still have those cards?
Which ones?
You bought some cards before we shut everything down at the studio. Did you take them home? Sports cards.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I did. It was only one pack, and I happened to open it, and I think I told everybody what I got.
Oh, yeah. No, he showed it on that first episode we were quarantined. Remember, he showed the
Jamal Morant rookie?
The Jamal Morant, yep.
Oh,
that's right.
I thought you had another one. Dang.
No,
I know. I thought he got another one too, but Dallas hasn't left the crib.
No, man, I ain't trying to leave here. You know what I mean? That's for sure. So
yeah, you had to be on channel 3 or 4. John King said, remember that?
Dude, and check it out. On the back of it, it actually says that right here. Channel 3, channel 4, and you have a black switch that you can go from whichever.
Oh, it's on the box itself. I remember it being on the cable switch or on the little box, like the little
this
thing you connected to the wall.
Yeah, this one's on the back. So channel 3 or channel 4, you decide right here, my friends.
You guys, when you were growing up, did you guys have Sega and Super Nintendo? When you made that transition from regular Nintendo and then you had an option, that was like the first time you really had option. I mean, let's not count Atari and all that bullshit. So starting from regular Nintendo, that's what we all started with. When you went to Sega or Super, did you have to get an option or did you guys have both?
I had to get an option. My parents were cheap as shit, and it was Christmas presents only. Like, I wasn't saving my allowance money. I had to chip in and help out the family. So I couldn't ever get enough money to buy that anyways. I had to buy my own school clothes, that type of stuff after a certain amount of time. Because my mom was like, well, if it's derogatory sayings on your t-shirts, then I'm not going to get it for you. So you've got to buy your own stuff, which is fine. So I did that. But so then I didn't have any money because I wasn't trying to buy the shit she wanted me to buy. I'm trying to get the Genkos. I'm trying to ball out. I got to have room. I got to have them big pockets for my girlfriend to fit in one pocket back then, and my pogs, and my pogs had to fit in the other pocket. You know what I mean? So,
the pipes, bro, the big Jenko pipes that had the pockets from your ass all the way to your feet.
And my Airwalk shoes. And your
Airwalk
shoes.
I never understood those pants because the pockets went from the top, literally from your ass, all the way down to the floor. But then they were dragging on the ground as you were walking around. So it was ripping a hole in the bottom of the back pocket. What was the point? I didn't get it. I never owned any. I didn't understand what was going on.
It was okay because if the pocket wore out, like you were saying, don't worry. I had a chain wallet. So that's wallet what I was just going to say. To my pants anyway. So I was
just going to say, you put your wallet in that pocket and it just hung down about halfway down your pocket and slapped you in the knee. It didn't even hang far. And then your chain kept it there. And then you just grab your chain, go like this, fish it all the way out till you got your wallet and you're in the lunch line buying a Fruitopia.
Oh, it's fire. Yep.
Do you guys have
Fruitopia? Oh my God, that's a throwback.
That is a throwback.
Fruitopia.
Straight high fructose corn syrup and water.
I didn't have that. No, I had the Doritos. I had the Dorito 3Ds, but I didn't have no Fruitopias.
Fruitopia was fire, man.
You know what I did have?
That made everyone in the chat laugh that had that.
I had Clearly Canadian. Do you remember that drink?
Clearly Canadian? No, it sounds like a bad beer.
Is that ginger ale?
Kind of like ginger ale, but
Canadian.
Dude, it was like a
hell
fruit.
Is that?
like a fruit spritzer water, and it was so good. And it wasn't like that non-flavored soda water. It was like super flavored, had more sugar in it. It was really good, dude. Clearly Canadian, bomb.
I don't remember that at all. Way the hell out in the middle of Kansas, you had Clearly Canadian. What kind of sense does that make?
Oh, dude. And it came back. There was a Kickstarter campaign to bring Clearly Canadian back. And about 3 years ago, they came back, and they were strategically placed at World Market stores, where you could go into World Market, at Park Meadows, and buy Clearly Canadian because of Kickstarter.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Anna Choff, All Sport machine at my school. Oh my gosh. Who remembers All Sport, dude?
All Sport
that might have been the absolute worst sports drink of all time. It was carbonated. It was like drinking pop.
I need to bring it back. I need All Sport back.
All Sport was so good, bro. I will never forget one time. I was at the skate park. I was probably about 14, and it was hot, super, super hot that day. And I went and bought All Sport, and I remember drinking, and I was like, God, this is not like thirst quenching. This is not good at all. It's like drinking a Mountain Dew. Like, what am I doing? About 15, 20 minutes later, I had the worst bubble guts, bro. I almost shit my pants. I blew up this porta potty that was over nearby the skate park because of All Sport. It was all because of the All Sport. That was the absolute worst sports drink in the history, bro. In the history. No regenerating effects, no electrolyte replenishment, none of the good things that you would think a sports drink should do. All Sport had none of that.
You had me at shitting your ass.
Dude, it was so awful. I remember like thinking, I was like, oh my gosh.
What was your favorite flavor though of All Sport? If you had to find one, mine was orange, 100%.
I've never even seen the orange.
Really?
Lemon lime was just the greatest to me.
Oh shit. Orange was the fire.
Orange, huh? I'm trying to think. Yeah. Maybe I had orange. I'm not sure. Orange.
Somebody said, let's see. Somebody said Surge. I did have Surge. And let's see, who was that?
Wait, Surge was more soda though.
Surge was a soda, yeah.
Surge wasn't a sports drink.
No.
All Sport, dude. Gosh,
neither was All Sport, but it was.
Was a sports drink, guy. It was All Sport.
And you know what's funny is whoever said that it was in their school, I think All Sport had a contract with all schools, because even in my small town of Kansas, in the cafeteria where all the machines were, they had like a I'm trying to think. They had a couple machines. I think they had a Minute Maid machine, where you get all the Minute Maid like
that
juices.
Was, dude. Yeah.
And then they had an All Sport. So I bet All Sport had a fucking sick contract with all the schools.
Was All Sport Coca-Cola or no?
I'd have to check that,
because I know Powerade is Coca-Cola, and that's when that Powerade really came on to compete with Gatorade. That was like Coke's kind of answer to Gatorade. But I'm trying to think, did they have All Sport? Because all those machines are Coke. You're talking about Minute Maid, Fruitopia, Powerade, all that stuff was Coke machines, dude. It's all Coke products.
All Sport was Pepsi. It was PepsiCo.
Pepsi. Oh my gosh, I'm disappointed in Pepsi.
Dude, it was created by PepsiCo as their response to the Coca-Cola company's Powerade and Quaker Oats Gatorade.
Crazy, dude.
Yeah, man.
Did you see go ahead.
All Sport back. We need some All Sport back.
It was good to drink. Like I'd drink it with a meal or something, but it's just not. I wouldn't go have it after a run, looking for like I would a Gatorade.
Dude, it said it has hydration and
that shit did not,
and electrolytes. That's what it says.
Dude, that thing was.
There was not a one electrolyte in that.
Oh no way, dude! No, absolutely no way.
Damn, that's fire though.
I was looking around, dude. Did you see the stuff they announced for Supreme so far?
I did. You know what? I'm kind of excited about this week just for the crew necks only. The crew necks look really nice, look really embroidered. I like the colors that they chose, the 4 colorways that I at least saw. And the hats aren't that bad, but you know me with Supreme hats, they don't fit my big ass head. So
right.
I'm over those, but I like the crew necks this week. What do you think?
I do too. I think it's a excuse me, for anyone that hasn't seen it, it's a Timberland. I was gonna say Timberland.
I like it, dude.
Timberland Supreme collab this week. So that's what the collab is. And they have these really nice crew neck sweatshirts. They have a white one, a red one, an olive one and a black one, and they have Supreme embroidered there with the Timberland logo right next to it.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I think the olive with the blue Supreme and the black with the green Supreme, those two are absolutely beautiful. I love that olive one. That olive one is probably a must cop for me. That olive one is just sick, I think.
That's crazy to me. We're exact opposite. I love the other two more.
Do you?
Yeah, I really do. I can't tell if the white one is white or it's cream. It looks cream to me.
It's cream. It's cream.
Oh, dude, the cream and the red are the most fire out of that whole thing.
I don't trust myself. I eat a lot of Italian food, even though I'm not Italian. I can't be trusted. I can't be trusted with that.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't buy the white because I'm not balling like that. But I'd probably go red and black. But I really do like the white and cream. As far as looks,
yeah,
those are the nicest. The shoes, the patent leather Timberland shoes. Did you see those? Those things are disgusting.
Dude, those are god awful.
It looks like some shit. Some of those some fans of BTS would be wearing to the show, like some Asian. Go ahead.
Yeah, that or
like fusion,
or like rockabilly. Like I think about like rockabilly music, that has like the stand-up bass guitars, that they're slapping and kind of that type of rockabilly music. That's what I think.
That's what you see with these?
Yeah, I do.
I just see platformed shoes that those Asian girls wear. That's all I can see. I can't unsee it. The only thing missing is they're not white.
Fair enough.
But other than that, that's all I see. I'm gonna have to. My man Conley will back me up on that one.
They look like a rain suit. Like a rain suit was mixed into a shoe. Like a rain suit.
Like a raincoat.
Rain jacket.
Yeah.
It's like my raincoat shoes.
The shoes are called a patent leather Euro hiker as well. Do those look like anything you would go hiking in?
No.
At all.
Absolutely
At
not.
all. Just curious, Jamal, are we able to screen share or no on this yet? Zoom?
I was actually just looking at it right now while you guys were talking.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna give it a shot here in a second.
Give it a
shot. It works. Cool. My bad. I just kind of veered off on this. I know we weren't prepared, but
yeah, go to Supreme Community, Jalal, and see if you can screen share that. But dude, arguably the most hyped item maybe of the season, the cookies are coming out this week.
The cookies.
The 3-pack cookies are coming out this week. And it sounds like these are going to be sold just like the Band-Aids were. So you can buy multiple packs. I don't know how many. I don't know if it's 3 extra packs or 5 packs or 7 packs. But the most hyped accessory of the year, and hyped because they were selling these before the season started for like $1,000 a pack. You know what I mean? But those are coming out this week. How many packs are you getting?
Well, I got a free idea for my man Eric Whiteback because I know he's a big fan of the show.
Okay.
He should just hoard packs of these, and then like way later in the year, Christmas time, he should bust them out and build a gingerbread house out of all Supreme Oreos.
Oh, that'd be cool.
There you go.
Hell
Free idea, free for his content. If you guys don't follow him, he does very good shit. He does all Supreme shit on Instagram. Very interesting content. Some of the best, most impressive content, because I know what it takes to create content. And so I'm very impressed by what he does. I think he does a great job. If you guys haven't heard of him.
So I won't be able to do it unless I close Zoom, which obviously is not going to happen. So
okay.
I have to allow the privacy settings before I open Zoom. So next time.
Time. Hey, this is evolution, baby. Look at
now we know.
This time we were able to just start the show right off the bat. No missing stuff. No YouTube not connecting. No mics not working. No restarting over. Everything was straight flames today. I love it, and that's progress. That's what we want. So now next time we'll grow a little more. We'll have a little more progress, and we'll be cracking.
It feels great not to have to hold my mic. It feels great.
I forgot about that.
It feels great.
I forgot. I feel bad now. I did not even notice you're using that mic, but it does sound exponentially better in my ears.
Good.
But
I
thought it was just the new setup. I didn't even correlate or put together that it was the mic. I'm sorry.
Gotcha. Hey, Monolithic Kicks is in the chat. I ain't seen that fool in a minute. That fool looks like he's been traveling. I think he just posted. Hopefully he's not there. If he is, hopefully he's quarantined, whatever. But I think he just posted up a beach pic today. Like he was in his car, quarantining himself. took a picture of the beach inside the car. So I don't know if that fool's traveling or whatnot, but we like that guy, man. He is the Jordan connoisseur. If I ever have a question about any Jordan, that's my go-to. Hey, what do you think? Hey, when did this come out? Hey, when is this going to retro? Monolithic Kicks is your man.
Nice, Dow.
Like
nice
Monolithic
shout
Kicks.
out there.
It's a good guy.
Good shit. Sorry, I didn't mean to not answer your Oreo question. I hit you with the Eric White back and I never answered. I'm going to try to probably buy 5 packs, 3 packs, 3 to 5 packs.
Get as many as you can.
Yeah. Why not?
Gotcha. Well, just as Christmas comes, when everybody eats theirs, I'm not going to make gingerbread house. I think it's a pristine idea, but I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the packs that I bought and saved them for you. And that'll be my gift to you guys. So that'll be my Christmas gift.
Is it 1 Oreo each?
That'll be my gift to you guys.
It's a 3-pack, right?
3-pack, yeah, 1 Oreo each. Is that what you're doing, Dal? 1 Oreo each?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, I was just looking up because I haven't seen this. I'm sorry, Armando. He asked me what I thought of the new Weekend album. I haven't heard it. I was looking it up to put it on my list to remind me of things to listen to. So, but I haven't heard it yet.
I heard there's a lot of references, not to Gigi necessarily, the Hadid, one of the Hadid sisters that he was dating, because I don't think they're currently dating anymore. But the breakup or whatever happened.
That fool's not gay?
I don't know.
Who? The Weekend?
Yeah, for some reason I thought he was on the Frank Ocean tip.
Oh no, I think that guy's a woman pleaser for sure.
Oh, he's in the game. Oh, my bad.
He's in the game. But I think I don't know if they broke up recently or whatever. I didn't pay too much attention to that. But a lot of social media is saying, hey, thank God for that breakup because this album is sick from what they say. So I don't know.
I heard a couple joints. He's kind of slowing it back down. I've only heard, I think it's called like Snowfall or something, but sounds like he's bringing it back to a little bit more of the slower stuff as opposed to the party records that we've been getting from the Weekend.
What the 2 singles, correct me if I'm wrong, the 2 singles that he dropped that I've heard are both upbeat joints. They're both kind of dance joints. So you're saying he's slowing it down on the rest of the
tracks. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. There's
definitely
that's
interesting because I was thinking, it's going to be a dance album based off the singles. So if I was buying it based off the singles, I know no one does that anymore. But back in the day, let's say we were going to purchase the album and we heard those 2 singles, we go to purchase the album, I'd be like, huh? This is not what I was expecting.
Yeah, maybe, but it's also very true to the Weekend. Like it still sounds like him. So gotcha. I don't think most people that are fans of the Weekend won't be disappointed, I'd say. You know what you're going to get pretty much.
Right. Kim, Jalal, great to see your face. Thomas, you are way more you today. Whoop, whoop. Dow, glad you're not holding the microphone. She's in agreement with you there.
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting because last episode, I think we just all felt weird at the end of the show. Like,
oh, it was terrible, bro. I felt weird. I felt it was the worst. I was like, that was terrible. Like from the technical connection issues to us not being able to start the show the way we normally start it, to us trying to maybe do the show like we normally do it and have some sounds and then that not working, but we were still trying to go through a format, which it just did not work, man. It was just not what this setup is for. This is not for what we were trying to do there. We have a studio, we have everything for that, and this is not that.
I was even waiting to upload it, and then you're like, yo, you gonna get that audio out? And I was like, well, I'm still kind of running it back and seeing if I even want to upload that shit. You know what I mean?
That's at the end of the day, like, you just got to put it out. Like it's part of the process. People would rather hear something than nothing, I think. And that's what makes a comment like that from Kim come through. She could tell it comes through in the show. She could say, she could tell, hey, the last episode wasn't up to what these guys normally do. I knew something was a little bit off. And now you come back like this and it's a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah. No doubt.
Everyone is on a 4K HD performance today. Fail Beast. Thank you. Nice.
So I don't know if you stayed locked. So since we're kind of still talking about shoes here, I've got the Cinders on the way. So they should be here Thursday, according to FedEx. But I did, if you're locked into my socials on Instagram, Dal Palantonio, you would have seen a little story action on a cop that I recently got here. So I was going to show it on the cast real quick, man, and see if I can give you guys some good looks for those people who weren't on it. But I did get the undefeated Air Max 90. I'm kind of a fan of the Air Max 90. It's a very, very hard midsole. We know that. not super comfortable, very rigid, but as it breaks in, pretty good. But I have found, at least with my Off-White Air Max 90s, putting the Hefe Lux in there changes the game. It's kind of like doing it in your Jordan 1s, in my opinion. It just totally changes the shoe. It's more wearable. I can do it for more than a half a day now, and pretty damn comfortable, which Air Max 90s were never. I would take an Air Max 1 over a 90 any day in terms of comfort, but man, it makes the Air Max 90 wearable. So I went ahead and copped the new undefeated Air Max 90. Pretty sweet, dude. A lot of black to it, but I do like the translucent patch, the Nike Air on that ass. And then you have undefeated that's written behind it, which is pretty cool. Very subtle, which is neat. I don't know if you guys can see it, but around that midsole, the bottom of it, does it look like it's been splashed? Like it has droplets on it?
Yeah, it does.
And it does. So I think this is a perfect winter shoe because it's black, hard to mess up, and it already looks like you've been walking out in the snow and the slush out there. So you don't really have to necessarily protect it. It's already got the drop zone on the midsole, which is interesting.
You said you are going to wear that one quite a bit?
I think so, yeah. It's got the infrared undefeated insole in there. It's got this like fuchsia swoosh on the backside of the tongue, which is kind of a weird hit. A little 3M on the front there. I think that's the only bit of 3M. But a pretty basic shoe, so I think they could have done better. They're the same shoe, but a different color iteration is out this week. I believe on Sneakers app it's dropping maybe Saturday, where it's got like
a different iteration.
No, it's the same iteration model, but it's a different colorway.
Oh, okay,
so it's
gotcha.
the same model, different colorway, and it's going to be blue. It's going to have some pinks and some just a lot more color to it. But I think this one is just way more wearable, way cool, man. It's a basic shoe for sure, but that's kind of Dow. And so I was able to get these off of Undefeated's website. They launched on Sneakers app and they sold out, but I still think there's many pairs on Undefeated's website. I think there's quite a few pairs out there, but 150 is the retail on these bad boys. And I think it's pretty cool. It's not a shoe that anybody has to have, but what I would say is the suede on the check, some different materials, a really thin tongue for an Air Max 90, pull tab on the backside, undefeated on the back, splashed midsole. So there's some different things that you would normally not see on an Air Max 90, and I think it's worth picking up, but these should go into retail for sure, I think, eventually. So if you're looking to pick these up, if you can get them for $120, $110 eventually, I think it's a great cop. 150, a little pricey.
Are you I know Air Max 90s aren't the most comfortable.
Mm-mm.
But you said you're going to throw a Hefe Lux in there. Mm-hmm. Have you seen someone asked about it? Who asked about it in the chat? Goat James, the duck camo Air Max 90s. That's the pair. I really like those, man. I like the bright, and for some reason the way the bright that hot orange just pops off the camo.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It looks really dope.
Yeah, I think it has very Atmos vibes, right? So with that colorway and what they're doing, I think if any Air Max 90 is going to have any type of resale, even if it's $30, $50, $80, that is the one that's going to have any resale. So this Saturday that comes out, and I would say anybody who picks that up, whether you decide to keep it when you get it in hand, the colors pop, it's great. It's a crazy shoe, and it should have some resale. I don't know how much, but I think that's probably the cop this week for sure.
I think it comes out. You said Saturday. I think honestly, it's.
I thought it was Saturday. It may be
Thursday.
Earlier.
It's Thursday because Thursday's Air Max Day.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
The 26th is what I saw. $150. 26th. Go ahead.
What's that Air Max Day campaign gonna look like?
I know, dude. That was my next question for you guys, because I think this shoe comes out on Air Max Day, and I don't really know. I know they have a couple other things, but this one's part of a pack. Let me see. Where did I see that at? Yeah, this is This is going to be part of a pack. They talk about the undefeated one, which you have there. And then this comes in, it's called the bubble pack.
And is it a Nike Air 200 that comes with it? Is that what that model is?
I'm
the
looking
Air
right
Max
now.
200, I believe, maybe. And let's see. Daniel Belton says half size up on those, Dal. Yes. I usually go 10. I went 10 and a halves on these. So yes.
We were talking about how the 90s just fit so tight in the toes.
They do. And whether it's
So
an off-white, even if it's a deconstructed off-white shoe, or if it's a traditional Air Max 90, they just fit tight in the toe box for sure. So, and if
you're going to put a Hefe Lux, there's the unwearable if you don't go up a half a size.
Yeah, you have to go up half.
But the midsole's so damn hard that you have to put a Hefe Lux. Like, they're tough, dude. That's what kills me, because they're called Air Max.
Yeah.
I wish the Max meant a little more.
Yeah. This should be the hard Max.
Don't you feel like that, Jalal? Don't you feel like they're hard as shit?
The tough Max.
I haven't worn those in a while, but
really?
I remember them being super tight. I always had to go like either a half or a full up.
Yeah, definitely a half for sure.
I'm looking up the
I think that pack is the 200 if I'm correct on that. The Air Max 200, but I could be wrong. I'm in quarantine. Who knows?
Sorry, I got caught up looking at other releases, seeing this Nike Stussy collab.
Mm-hmm.
That looks pretty sick.
That's the model of that is, I think, the Zoom, the Nike Air Zoom Spiridon, I think, is the actual model, which is.
I've never even heard of that, but I like this. What color would that be? Like a bone color?
Yeah, like a bone. Yeah. And then they do it in another color, a bone. And
I'm a sucker for anything that's that color.
Are you?
It really doesn't even matter what silhouette it is.
Yeah, you need to get those Fear of God oatmeals.
I need those, man.
All right, fellas, here we go. I really wish we could share the screen to show you guys all these, but here's what you can expect for the Air Max Day releases. And this is the 30th anniversary. I don't know if you guys knew that, but
is it?
30th anniversary. So they're kind of trying to go big for it. Obviously, with the coronavirus, I don't know what that's canceled or what that's changed, but you have the undefeated ones in 3 different colorways, like you have there, Dal. You have the black colorway, a white colorway, and then a blue with pink in the toe box.
Yeah, that's the one.
Like a Volt undefeated, the undefeated logo on the back. Then you have a size exclusive Air Max 90.
Okay.
You have the Air Max 90 reverse duck camo that we just talked about. Then you have an Air Max 2090 infrared duck camo. Have you seen that? Looks like a new silhouette. And it's similar, like there's no camo on it, but it's hard to explain. You'd have to look it up.
Oh yeah, it almost looks like
there is camo on it, but it's not. It's like underneath the mesh.
It almost looks like a 270 upper in combination with the ISPA. Like the ISPA with the React. It kind of has that. It has that ISPA kind of 270 upper.
But then the midsole is like a modified Air Max 90. It's not a 270 midsole at all.
Right. That's weird, dude. I don't
modified.
That's like some Team Jordan shit.
Right.
I don't like it. I'm out.
And then for the ladies, you see the Air Max 2090 Lava Glow.
I do like that one.
Yep. And then they have the pure platinum colorway of that. Also, the metallic pack. Did you see that coming out? Metallic pack is Air Max 90s. All Air Max 90s. You have a gold, you have a silver, and then you have a pink metallic or a rose gold.
Yep. I'm out on all of them.
Yeah. Seems like it'd be a very hard shoe to wear. More of a collector's item.
Yeah. I just don't like the shiny, the sheen. It's not
you.
For me. I just can't.
No, it's not you at all. It's not you at all.
The silver or the metallic ones are awful. Oof, I can't do those. Oh, dude, I cannot do those. Those are awful.
So that's what you're looking at for Air Max Day.
As Mike Rich would say, those are going to go to the outlets and get a dust tan.
Which ones? All of them or just that one?
I hope all of them.
So you think the only ones out of this whole thing that are going to have resale value are the duck camos, if they have any? If there's any, that would be the one.
Yeah, out of all of those, I think the duck camo is the one to go for, and that's really it. If you're looking to flip, the duck camo, that's the one. Everything else is like a poo-poo platter.
My bad. I just
platter.
opened up my blinds, guys. I didn't know I was sitting here in the dark. I did know, but I didn't know. I don't know. Anyways, there we go.
Hey, by the way, the baseball chest protectors are still both on Supreme.
No way.
They're still there.
I think Neighborhood brought up a good point. I don't know if I read it on last show, but he said that in the chat. He was like, I just don't think that it relates to as many people. The catcher is a one-man position, and there's one of them on the team. It's not like it's wide receiver gloves or something that's, you know what I mean? There's only one catcher. How many people play catcher? Like, maybe people can't relate. And that made great sense to me.
Yeah, for sure.
As do a lot of things Neighborhood says. Let me see. I'm just looking through the chat. Court purples are my next cop, even if I got to rock them around the kitchen for 2 months. Man, people are really loving those. I'm going after those heavies just so I can resell. People really want those things, man.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's people really want them because they missed out on the 2018 pair? They really want them because they really love the way they look and they don't really like the 2018 pair as much?
I don't know, man. You and I, we love that 2018 pair. I love the purple toe box. I do not like the white toe box.
Me too.
So for me, the 2018 pair was way more wearable from that aspect. You're not going to fuck it up as much. And it's that kind of away look. I didn't like the shattered backboard away either, really. I sold those. I had those. I just don't like the away look on it. So for me, I mean, if there's shit, I'll buy them and I'll sit on them because I have a little bit of extra money to do that. But it's not a shoe I'll keep. It's not.
When do those drop? What's the release date on that? I don't even know. Is it mid-month?
Let's see.
They just got loaded into sneakers.
Oh, they're already. Oh, it's end of this month. For some reason, I thought it was in April.
I'm still seeing April 4th.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it is.
April 4th. Yep.
I'm still seeing April 4th on that one. And then the DMP is that next week, the DMP 6 that originally only came in a pack and now it's coming separate. So people are really looking forward to that. So they don't have to buy a pack and it's separate now. And that's the following week. So you've got the 4th for the court purples and the 11th for the DMP.
What were your guys' thoughts on those neon 4s, those 95 neons that dropped on sneakers? They were $225.
Ugh.
What were you guys? Did you guys see those come out last weekend?
Disgusting.
They're basically. Well, I thought maybe you would like them because they're they're kind of a Volt Air Max 90 colorway. That's what the take on them is after, or the Air Max 95.
95.
Sorry. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You remember that 95 that looked like that in that colorway?
Oh yeah.
They just did them in a Jordan 4.
The 95 is the token. It looks like a hiking shoe. It's like a hiking boot. The 95 model. It's a hiking boot.
And I actually like the colors. I like the colorway. I don't like the 95. Sure.
Right.
So what do you hate about the 4, Jalal? Is it the Volt, or what do you hate? Because obviously it's very neutral. It's gray.
I think it's more like the mid-sole area toe box. It looks like it's just cooked. There's like charcoal, gray, black.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like it's cooked.
Yeah, it's like burnt, medium. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like they didn't break up the colors enough. It just looks too gray.
So here's what I would say to you to add to that. So that dark gray suede that is on the midsole that makes up part of the midsole, how are you going to put suede as a midsole? Like that doesn't make any sense to me. I have a problem with that because that's like a material that can get really fucked up. And the midsole is what gets the most, aside from the outsole, gets the most activity, splashback, whatever it is. That doesn't make sense.
I didn't even realize the whole midsole is like suede, pretty much. Suede. Besides that little piece right there, like the Air Max bubble surrounded by suede.
That's why I couldn't do it. No way. Like that doesn't make any sense to me.
I think that's a shoe that if it goes to the outlets, I would, and it gets super cheap enough, I would take a chance on. I would cop, depending on how it looks in hand. I really want to. I'm so curious. I want to see it in hand because, man, I love shoes that do, that really do a low key colorway, and then they just have those Volt hits or orange hits or something like that. I really like it, but I don't. I'm curious to see how the Nike Air looks on the back. I want to see how that logo looks because it's like the Air Max one.
Looks
I'm curious
smaller.
to take a look at that. I'm curious to take a look at the laces, the suede midsole, like you guys are talking about. I'm curious. It has me curious. It's not. I'm definitely not out on it. I'm curious on it. So
The
that's
other
all.
thing
I was just wondering what you guys thought.
The other thing I don't like is the split tongue. So it's got like the two-faced tongue. So it's split down the middle with the black. And then it's got like this kind of neon, like, I don't know. It's really weird. So you just have to look at the tongue, but it's a two-faced tongue. So it's split down the middle. And if it was all solid black, I think that'd make it better. And then it looks like it does have 3M on the laces built into that. Nike Air on the ass, I think is great. But the shoe is not OG. It doesn't mean anything. The materials are a little weird. The tongue is weird. Suede on the midsole. That'd have to be pretty cheap in the outlets for me to take a second gander for sure.
I think it could be a good custom project. Like if you get it for cheap at the outlets and you can do something cool to it, this might be a shoe that you could just cut up and, I don't know, maybe have somebody swap the midsole with something else.
I bet you I could make it look good. I bet you I could scoop that thing up.
Lace swap,
do some other things, walk around, have Dow looking 3 times, popping his neck, breaking his neck. Wouldn't you talk about not wanting to give it a 7-second look? You wouldn't even be able to stop looking.
We'd be doing the cast and I'd be looking at your feet the whole time, huh?
Yeah, you'd just be like, hey, can you just put the camera down by your shoes?
Put the shoes on the table.
Put the shoes on the table, Sneaker Gil.
Where's that guy, man? We're gonna make a shirt. We're gonna make it put your shoes on the table.
Dude, if we got a sneaker cam and had that specifically for our sneakers that we're showing and that we're wearing, oh dude, Sneaker Gil would bring all his little friends and they would just, I mean, yeah.
To wrap this up, Dow, tell me about the cinders. You have those on the way. You didn't even know.
I know. I
had them on the way.
I got in the raffle, and it sounds like Adidas did the raffle a little early, and it's possible because of some of the warehouses closing, obviously on the East Coast. So I had forgot to take my name out of that because I had kind of decided in my head, I'm like, I already have the utility blacks. I forgot I had those. I just found those, just wore those to one of our last casts when we were out of the studio. So I was like, you know what? They look too close to me. I'm just going to go with the utility blacks. Well, then I get the notification from Adidas saying, we got your order. It's shipping's on its way. Don't worry. So, unfortunately,
luckily there's money to be made. There's some decent money to be made.
They're dropping. I think some people started getting their pairs as early as today on the East Coast.
They started dropping a little bit.
Yeah, so they're dropping to about that 265.
You hang on though; they'll be right back up there. It's a black Yeezy, bro.
It's a black Yeezy, and I thought originally that it might be a little different color of an upper. I thought it'd be a little bit more brown, but it looks pretty identical to the utility black that just came out a while back. So for me, I don't need it. One has the 3M laces. The Cinder obviously does not have the 3M laces. I like the peanut butter look on the midsole on the backside and the yellow, which they did on the Earths as well, the little boost symbol on the outsole. But man, what a boring ass shoe. But
what size you get? 10.5?
10.5, yes.
Yeah.
10.5. So, and I was also able to get the mists early. Shout outs to Misha for the link, I think yesterday or the day before. So that's going to be a keeper for a little while because I don't have a 380. So this is one that I could get at retail cheap enough. It's not my favorite colorway. I love the OG colorway of the 380 way better, the alien colorway. But this one allows me to test what a 380 can give you because people say the 380 is so much more comfortable than the 350 V2. So that's something that's interesting to me. I want to feel that. I want to see that. And I want to be a part of that. So I can speak to that, obviously. But this is my first 380. I'm not super excited because the colorway is just whatever. But, got it a little early. That'll be here, I think, Wednesday. So hopefully by next cast, we can talk about the 380.
Misha says he needs a family set of 380s. Why do you need a family set, Misha? For one, do you own that shoe in your size? And do you just love it? Or do you just love the colorway that much? Or do you own it? You've worn the OG colorway. You like the way it feels. Put us up on some game here. What am I missing? Because I know they ain't looking good with your jeans at Verizon, guy. I know you ain't wearing joggers into Verizon or shorts.
Yeah.
Maybe you are on the weekends. Maybe they're a short shoe. But for one, what do you wear those with, and what do you love about it? I'm curious. I'm very curious.
You know who wears jeans with their 380s? and looks fucking sweet, just incredible. Every time that I've met up with
Oh,
him to
really?
pick up my product, he's got like some, I don't know, like stonewashed, which are low key fire. Like they're not like old school 90s stonewashed Levi's, but I don't know what they are, man. But they got a couple rips in them, and dude, they look really good. He's got his laces hype beast laced on his 380s, and he wears those kind of pretty thin, not skinny jeans, and it works. But
give me some photos next time you meet up with Credible.
Yeah, for sure.
Have him wear that gear. Tell me how they're looking fire. Take some photos of how they're looking fire.
Well, dude, I think you should break out your camo shorts from 2012. Should be perfect for him.
Misha already used that joke. Why are you stealing other people's shit? He just hit that in the cast or in the chat, and you just jacked it from him.
No, I'm not on the chat.
Spin it on me. That is Misha. I'm sorry you did that to you.
I did not
low
do
key
that.
Or high key.
Dal's always in sync with the chat, though. Low key, like he always says comments off the dome, but
came from somewhere.
I'm not. Hey, I'm not in the chat right now. I'm looking at my mists, trying to give you and break these down as to it's a poopy colorway. I'm excited to have it because I want to try it and see what it feels like. I didn't know, dude. I can follow the chat.
I was about to give Misha credit, but he stole your thunder. I was about to give you. I thought it was a nice blast, Misha. That was good.
Dang,
that was good.
Bunch of haters.
Everyone either loves or hates the 380, though. Nobody's like, yeah. People love it or people hate it, man. I'll forgive, Del. Oh, that's funny. Do you guys have anything more? You guys ready to wrap up? You have anything else? Any other stuff you definitely wanted to hit on?
No, man. Shit, it's almost 7:00. Might be time to get some food, man.
Yeah, I think
play some original Nintendo.
Do you need to figure out a way to stream Double Dash, like Mario Kart, some old school like? We need to be able to figure out a way to play that with people.
I know. I'd be on the back of your car. Pause. No homo. But I'd be throwing, I'd be throwing the shells as you're doing the drifts. Man, I think you and I could take out just about anybody. I really believe that.
On Double Dash? Oh yeah.
If you're trying to have a tournament out there, you're trying to get something going after this Rona. Bring it.
Man, I'm gonna drop my gamer tag in the comments. I'm about to get on Call of Duty after this. So if anybody wants to run.
If anybody wants to run, listen to this guy.
Wow.
Hey man, I'm day 10 on quarantine. Let's go.
This guy's sounding like Ted. What do you want? A
full
PS4?
Gamer mode. Yeah, PS4. Call of Duty. I just got the new one. It took like 36 hours for it to download.
Whoa. Oh, with your internet. Yeah, that's no surprise.
Dude, 100 gigs of content.
Were you trying to download that at the studio?
Damn. Yeah, that's it too.
Oh yeah. Hey, by the way, with our internet at the studio, I got in contact with the retention department. So we've been emailing and trying to figure out how we don't have to pay for the internet because I don't know if we'll ever be back in the studio. So that's where we're at so far. At least for a few months. So
someone asked in the chat, are we going to continue to see Jalal on the camera when we go back to the studio?
The reason I don't at the studio is because there's just so much behind the scenes at the studio, like fixing cameras and stuff. I don't want to be like distracting from the main shot, but we'll see what happens, man.
Yeah, you are running around adjusting cameras quite a bit. You're obviously putting stuff up on the screen. You're switching our cameras back and forth, which is something nice that this Zoom does, right? It switches automatically. A lot less for you to do behind the scenes.
Yep.
Which it's better for the viewer too, because if you're caught doing something, you're caught reading the chat or looking up something else that we told you to look up, and then Dallas is no longer talking and you don't notice it for 15, 20 seconds. That's not as good of an experience for the viewer. The shit just does it automatic. You don't have to worry about it. It's great. It's wonderful.
Oh, I should probably give us an update from Fail Beast here before we leave. He says, Bass News guys, which I think it's supposed to say bad news guys. The rugby is postponed 2 rounds in. And the Eels on top.
Oh, at least the Eels are on top. If they just end up canceling the whole thing, goes to the Eels.
Yeah, that's all that matters. Sounds like the Eels won the chip, just like my KU with March Madness. They were the #1 seed. They won the tournament. The Eels, they're on top. Postponed. Sounds like the Eels are winning. We got to start wearing our jerseys, but our jerseys are in their own quarantine at the studio. We can't even get to the jerseys.
Dang. Right? I forgot those are at the studio.
We can't even get to the jerseys.
Damn it.
Failbeast Strange Loves are still at the studio too.
No, I shipped those out.
Oh, did you? Good man.
Yeah, I made sure to get those for him and ship them out.
Good man.
I utilized UPS pickup. They picked up my packages for free. I left them outside the door. That was a great experience. I didn't have to go to the UPS store or anything.
Is that safe for a $550 pair of shoes?
No shit.
But it's UPS, guy.
I don't know, guy. I'm just saying.
I was in the house. I just put them on the stool.
Oh, at
outside.
your house. I thought you left them outside the studio.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
No.
Outside your house.
That makes way more
I'm
sense.
cool with that.
I was about to say, I just got a box of coffee jacked last week from outside the studio door. Are you crazy?
Yeah, you don't want that.
I don't want to freak Phil beast out, but that makes more sense. You did it.
No, I have like a closed area, and they come behind the door and all that stuff.
Your crib, you got a whole little thing. Yeah, it's a nice setup.
So
what now,
franchise, according to Carlos Sanchez, he says just get Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Nintendo Switch. So maybe fuck the PlayStation, fuck the Xbox. We need to get Nintendo Switches, and we need to take people out.
Wait.
On some Mario Kart action.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Switch. What? That's a different game though. That's not Double Dash.
Well, if it's a Switch, if it's a Nintendo program, I think you can still download some
Switch
of those
is not a
games.
program. Switch is
it's a system.
The console, right?
That's a system.
Okay.
Couldn't you download some of the older games though?
Oh, is that what he's saying?
Maybe
you can download the older games from the platform.
Maybe that's that's how I took it. But I figure you can do that. You don't have to have the actual cartridge. You should be able to download that. So you just have to get the Nintendo Switch, and maybe you and I should start taking some fools out online. I don't know.
Anachoff, I have Mario Kart and Switch too. Now, do you guys have Mario Kart Double Dash on the Nintendo Switch? And is it the exact same game? No, you can't play Double Dash online, so it won't matter.
All right, I don't need a Switch then. Don't need a
That's
Switch.
what I was wondering, because that is the game I will rip someone's face off. And Misha said he's still waiting for the Ivan Stewart's contest. Misha, what are we putting on that? Let's go to the Punch Bowl Social right now. Tell them it's only 2 of us. No one else needs to be in there. Just open it up. Let us go in and have a tourney. We're not going to drink. We're not going to invite anyone else in.
I'll stay on the lower level. I won't even fuck with you guys. I'll just be drinking beers on the lower level.
Well, just us and some cameras, because that's the only place I know that has it is Punch Bowl Social. Yeah. Who else has that game?
And they may not even be open after this quarantine. I don't even know.
Fuck. We should call them and see if we can buy that for the studio.
Oh, good call. I'll do that tomorrow.
Dude, hey, are you guys closing down? Okay, are you liquidating your games?
Yeah. Hey, Punch Bowl Social. I have a couple racks in the bank. How can I get that machine from you?
No doubt. Misha says 25 on it. Let's go. Ivan Stewart's off-road 25.
Misha, $25. I remember my first. $25, man. Is it even worth my time? Oh my god. Jeez.
Oh, listen to Dow. Listen to Doghouse Dow.
Misha sounds like a guy that's playing the penny slots in Blackhawk. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Misha, Jesus. I remember my first bet.
Misha.
That's hilarious.
That's tight.
If you know if anyone else has that game, because I don't know where else you can play it.
Hey, Kim, my sister says if anybody has an old Game Boy, Kim, I've got all the Game Boys. You just let me know what you want with Tetris. I got you. I got all the Game Boys. It's on me.
Misha said, I'm still employed.
Fair enough. I've been unemployed for too long. September 6th.
Nice blast. Yeah. That was good. I love it.
Yeah. Misha got me back. All right.
Hey, I have Double Dash on GameCube. Me too, dude. GameCube is
the best.
The Double Dash was the shit on there. Go ahead, Dal.
All I can say is, I guess I hate to end this, but I guess we can. But I really enjoyed this, man. It really took me away from the anxiety and all the bullshit. So it's nice to chop it up with you fools and have everybody in the comments. We really appreciate it, man. I think that's the only way to get through it, man, is together. And it sounds so bullshit and cliche. You have all the celebrities, Did you see the celebrity Imagine cover with John Lennon, with Gal Gadot and Jimmy Fallon and
that was cringe.
It was so cringe, dude. Look that up on social media when you're done and watch it. So it's like all these different celebrities singing certain snippets of Imagine, and Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman, starts it and then she ends it. It's pretty cringe. You should see it.
Why should
There
I
was
see
another one. There was another one with slob on my knob.
Oh, I didn't see slob on my knob. That's interesting.
It was a lot of people participated too.
Was that sponsored by Jamal Murray?
Oh my gosh! And on that note, thank you guys for joining us on the show today, man. Thank you to everybody that was in the chat, everyone that donated in the super chat. I'm sorry, Peter Lee donated $2. U.S. Corona cases will hit 100,000 by the end of April. I'm sorry, I just saw that late. Yes,
Whoa.
and down with the symbol grab. I love that. And what was the last one? Oh, where's the symbol?
Did we get everybody's? Oh yeah, I was just gonna say. There you go.
Soccer Nate, $4. Where's the symbol? Thank you, Soccer Nate, man. Thank you to everybody that was in the chat, guys. Thanks for coming to kick it during the show. Like Dal said, it gets us all away from everything. And yeah, keep it locked with these socials, man. We may do more IG lives, may do more shit, on non-cast days. I'm getting back to school this week. I actually have to go into the school, and we're teaching the kids virtually. So I'm in the classroom, just instructors.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we're just in the classroom by ourselves teaching virtually.
Jalal, you okay with that, Jalal?
No. Well,
no.
I need you to have the proper protective equipment, franchise.
Yeah, where's your N95 mask?
I'm getting it together.
And take all of the necessary social distancing precautions. Stay away from that dude that's traveling back and forth every week.
Yeah.
You're like, yo, stay over there, guy.
I will. Well, he's not doing. There's no way he's doing any traveling now.
So he might not even be there.
Yeah. No shit.
Shout out to Danny B, man. He's with FedEx delivering packages, man. Salute to everybody delivering packages and all the trucking people and everybody that's just keeping the supply chain
so essential, dude. Like he said, there's people that are essential that have to work to continue to keep the country going.
Yeah. Especially packages, man. I've been ordering so much more stuff in the last week or so. Stuff I never would have even imagined.
Right. Just not being able to go anywhere.
Yeah. So appreciate you, man. Shout out to everybody doing that. Well said. All right, fellas. Yeah, on that note, I guess we'll just see you fools on Thursday. Cool. Later. All right, later, buddy. See you guys.